In this video, we're going to learn about pattern reading as well as reading charts. Before you will see the charts that are available in the lesson, as well as I will mention some of the pattern reading that you'll have an opportunity to do with the sampler dishcloth, which is also available with this course. To begin, when you're reading a pattern, it is giving you the directions for creating your piece in a written format. Whenever you see charts, which here are just some very basic charts, those are a pictorial pattern, which it takes the written words and turns them into a graphic. And most people that like charts is because it's a visual. You can look at it and it will tell you visually where you are in your work. So let's just take a look at some of the combinations that are used in knitting as our basis for reading patterns as well as looking at charts. For this, which is the garter stitch, which is a very common stitch, and we'll use it in making our basic hat, you'll see that row 1 is knit all stitches, row 2 is knit all stitches. And it is shown here in the chart as having the dots in the open boxes on the first row, and then the second row has empty boxes. Now here you saw that it was knit as well as knit, and then the diagram is a little different here. Well, the way that you read your diagram for your charts are based on your key, just like any good map. You'll see the chart for the symbols at the very back of your handout. For the knit, when you see a dot in the opening, it means knit on the right side, purl on the wrong side. And we'll talk more about the right side and wrong side when we get to reading our work, but you'll know that that is what that symbol means. An empty opening means purl on the right side and knit on the wrong side. So let's go back to our chart. So this means, as we see here with row 1, each box is an individual stitch. And this is row 1. And row 2, and then each box is an individual stitch. And that completes row 2. Now you see here that your row 1 is on your right side and your row 2 is on your left side. You'll find in charts for flat knitting that your odd numbers will be on your right side and your even numbers will be on your left side. And the reason for this, much like your work, whenever you do the first stitch, you're on the right hand side of your work, like the first row in the first stitch. So for this, it would say knit 1. I'm going to grab my needle and actually do that. Knit 1. Stitch 2, knit 1. And so on. Stitches 3 as well as 4. Knit 1, knit 1. So for your chart reading, this is all very simple charts so that you can get an understanding. It shows the basic combinations that are used in knitting, which are the garter stitch, the stockinette stitch. We show the seed stitch, as well as ribbing. I strongly suggest you go through each of these charts and take a look at them, and many of these techniques will be used in your sampler dishcloth. And let's just real quickly take a look at that pattern. If you see here, we begin with cast on 40 stitches, which you know how to do now. And then it says row 1, and then you see RS. Well, what does RS stand for? Well, I can tell you that it stands for right side, but you will also know by looking at the abbreviations that are found at the bottom of your pattern. Let's read a little further. It says row 1 through 4, knit all stitches, which makes the garter stitch. You'll do that for 4 rows. Row 5, knit, which means you knit all stitches. And then on row 6 is where things get a little bit different. So I'm going to lay this flat so you can see. Here we go. So I have a little stability there. We have K4 stitches. So that means knit 4 stitches. And you'll see the abbreviations for the K, which is knit, in the abbreviations, as well as the STS, which is stitches. You will see P to last 4 stitches. P is purl to the last 4 stitches. And those last 4, you're going to knit 4 stitches. And you will continue in this method to complete your dishcloth. You'll find as you continue to knit that patterns will go from very simple to complicated, but all of the techniques and the ability to read your patterns as well as charts are the same. With a little practice and ensuring that you spend some time reading through your entire pattern before getting started will help you in doing any pattern that you want to attempt.